Fourth speaker, Aaron Lung. What's missing? What's missing? Aaron Lung.
Mom, please do not disturb me. I'm replying to a very, very important WhatsApp message right now. Please, just stop bothering me. I know I have to greet my relatives, but I have an important message to deal with. Okay, just give me a moment. I know, I will definitely eat with you. Just give me a few more minutes. Context sure. Fellow Toastmasters, we have been always kept in loop of different things that kept us distracted every single day. That was what happens during my grandma's anniversary dinner. Chinese New Year and also anniversary dinner. That was the most packed and filled with life. And those were all distinguished guests. And yet I was at the corner, replying to messages that were seemingly important. And there was one moment that there will be a photo taking. I slowly approached it. I look at all those funny faces there. And yet my message rings again. I simply just like, hold on, just take a picture. You guys will be fine. I didn't take the picture in the end. I thought that there will be another time for me to take a picture, at least with my grandma. 2 days later, my grandma passed away. Even if I want to take the picture, it's not there anymore. It's not possible. The connection that I want to build with my grandma is no longer there. That gives me the lasting regret that I ever had. But to realize why I am like this goes back millions and millions of years when I was born back as a kid. That time, look at myself right now. You see a belly button. You see me being very big. That time I was 1/3 my size. Simply the fattest baby in the hospital. If you think about all the babies in the hospital, gather them all together, you won't have me, but you have twice my size. At least that is where I was being valued in the hospital. Slowly, steadily, I grew up into a person that I really want to know about the world. I thought that a few things of my priorities will come into place. I remember when I was young, around 4 years old, I felt the worst day of my life. Why? It's because I witnessed a death. Usually deaths are kind of okay when you actually get cope with it, but that was the first time I saw someone dying in front of me. And that actually took a blow because that person was a kid that has charming smile. He's the one who always played with me with a nice birthday cake and then slapping my cake on my face. I still remember that situation to this very day. I was thinking about playing with him for the rest of my life. And yet, slowly, steadily, he passed away. And after a few years, I went to Australia, whereby I really discovered that life is so free there. I didn't manage to see my Chinese relatives at all. I wanted to really talk with the people there. That time I was small. I don't even know how to even say apple. I only can draw. So I lived with my uncle and auntie at that time when in Australia itself. I thought that life would be amazing. A journey for quest. And my life is always amazing. I'm trying to find that goal. And yet another story happens. Unhappy to some, happy for me. I was actually staying with my uncle and auntie for the next 6 months, but I was really tortured in there. I was given scraps of food, bowl of rice. Imagine that when you're hit, you have all the luxurious in front of you. Those food that you want to have. Mom, I want to eat something. Mom, I want to eat that. And yet I was given a bowl of rice and a sauce. Slowly that sauce becomes something that is even more important. The sauce that makes me distinguish whether I'm living or am I dying. I miss the connection with the world. I want to connect with people. I want to have my life back. And yet slowly and steadily I thought I left. The world slowly abandoned behind. I ran away from home. I stayed there for 6 months, sleeping on scraps of paper, wondering when I'm going to sleep well, whether I'm going to live for tomorrow. My connection is weak. I knock onto every single door that I can really find, just to really hope to bring that connection. That knock to really hopefully a bowl of rice, a bottle of water, and maybe something different. Maybe someone can take me in and let me know how I go there. I had my warmest bath. I had people who were nice and friendly, giving me the smiles that wake my heart up. My heart. I swear that during that time, I want to build the relationship back with my family again. Not just my family, maybe my friends, etc. I grew up. Slowly, I stayed with another friend that actually took comfort of me. My dear little toy. I always played the toy hoping that there's a connection. And yet that connection turned me slowly and steadily into an introvert. I lost the trust to the world because of what my relatives did to me. I turned from someone who drinks water to someone who drinks beer. In the past, every day I drank beers lots of times. And slowly, and this beers turned into tears. And the missing component that I want to have is no longer there. And that's why I lack the detachment from my grandma. But now my regrets last for it. Do you want to build that connection back before it's too late? Maybe you do. Let's enjoy and embrace it. Back to you.
But our timers, please keep track of the time, but I would like everyone to remain silent and muted until Chief Judge Nick is ready to leave the room with the ballot.